tuna discuss ABCD.
It's okay.
Yeah?
Just draft the contract.
All right. All right, karibu tena sana. We also have Gladys. Gladys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You have a lovely smile.
Thank you.
Sijui kama unakwanga tu 24/7 because from the moment...
Because of Jesus and my husband.
Jesus and your husband.
Yes.
Okay. Some of us, we actually do need that Jesus, like, properly. Mr. Jean, karibu tena sana to the show as well.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have you guys here. So should we just get into the meat of the matter? You guys are a lovely couple, first of all.
Thank you.
Great chemistry. The way you guys are discussing about things. Kuna mali nimeona mkigossip. I hope you're not talking about our coffee. Because
No comment.
It's state-of-the-art coffee, imported from a place known as Kiambu County.
It's amazing.
All right,
Yeah.
karibuni tena sana. Let's talk about how long you guys have been married, first of all. How long?
We'll be 7 years in February. We'll
7.
start our 7th
Yeah.
year in February.
So we will be 6
Yeah.
in February.
Yeah.
6 years.
Yeah.
There's a word that people keep on saying as far as marriage is concerned, boredom. Do you guys ever get bored of just being married?
Yeah, we get bored of not being together.
Oh my God, the life's so crazy.
Edit that out.
Oh yeah, it's live, so I'm sorry. Ibenda, so everyone, even in China, there's a guy actually watching from Hong Kong.
Wow.
All right, so 6 years of marriage,
Yeah.
absolutely amazing, good
Yeah.
stuff. But how long did you court, date before you actually got married?
Good
Ama nyinyi
question.
wale watu
Interesting
mlikutana
story.
like a month later, like, babe, what are we doing? We just get married.
That was the
Yeah.
story.
No, guys, come on. How long did you date for? Let's start
It
with the
is
lady.
when, from the moment we met to the day we got married, it's exactly 7 months.
When I say married, I don't mean like
Yeah.
rurashio. I mean like
Yeah,
the
like
wedding.
wedding. Yes.
So you did everything rurashio and Ngasia and the Itara in record 7 months.
Well, we did
Ama
the
mliruka moja?
traditional ones. Yeah.
Tulirukaruka.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Surrender to
Okay.
dating married.
Okay. So you guys met and you're like, I'm marrying this chick, and here we are.
Yes.
Yeah. So Jean, let me ask you, did you introduce her to your family? Did you start with your friends, or what happened?
I can't even remember how that went. But I think what happened is I had a conversation with my parents and told them there's this person that you guys need to see.
Okay.
And my dad actually asked, you haven't spoken about her in the past. What's going on with that? I told him, you don't worry. I'll bring her to you. And that was the beginning of our very long lecture. So, and that was probably like 3 weeks.
Okay.
That was after, 3 weeks after the first day we met. Yeah.
So wait, you went and did you like sit your folks down, or it was some random conversation? Zile za, daddy ni aje mkofiti? By this day, kuna ude.
Something like that. Something like that.
What?
There's something like that. Yeah.
All right. What about you, Gladys? Did you, do some prayer arrangements like you told your parents, hey, mom, but dad, Nina come home Easter, and then actually something I want us to talk about. How did it happen for you?
I did it on phone. Hi, Dad.
Who are you people?
I started with my dad because he's more child. So I was like, hi, Dad. I have a boyfriend, and we're getting married. I wanted to meet him. It was, yeah.
So you actually told your dad. Both of you, it looks like you're closer to your dad.
Dads are cool.
Yeah?
Generally, dads
Yeah.
are cool.
That's a thing.
Ebunishu, what do you think about their situation? Like 7 months? 7 months, bro. Like 7 months. A lot of Kenyans here get married because nimepatiwa dem ball, sasa ntadu.
Let me tell you, if you follow them and you spend time with them, you will know that, it really doesn't take you dating for a long time. It just takes two willing people who desire to make it work and are in love with each other and care about each other and care about this institution for it to work.
Yeah.
And this is actually a fantastic example. 6 years later, 3 children later, it's a fantastic story.
Stuff.
Yeah.
It looks like you know these guys. Kwani ulikuwa kwa hiyo harusi ama wewe ndio uliofficiate?
Well, yeah.
Oh my God, we have one big happy family here. And before we go any further, let me ask you to join the conversation as well. You can find us on our various social media platforms on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And hey guys, we have a WhatsApp number as well. So kindly, here we go with our question of the day. And the question is, what are the do's and don'ts of introducing your partner to your family? What are the do's and don'ts of introducing your partner to your family? They have said they called their dads, you know, told them that there's something going on, and then kidogo like this, 7 months later, here we are. 7 years later, actually, here we are. So you tell me, in your own opinion, what are the do's and the don'ts? Yeah? Call us as well. Would definitely love to hear your voice. The SMS number is also 21222. We shall sample those calls and SMSs and WhatsApps as we continue. Going back to the question, what did you consider? What did you see? Not even consider. What did you see in Gladys that made you into the made you to rush? And I'll say rush, of course, with reservations and respect. But what made you rush this within 7 months?
Actually, that story. Actually, I had been in one relationship, one.
Okay. Your entire life, you've been in only one, and now this is the second.
One. And it was actually a time when I had, before that, I was supposed to be, to have the calling of Paul on my life. Or so I thought.
Calling of Paul?
Yeah. Like,
what does that mean?
Don't get married.
Okay.
Just serve Jesus.
Do you mean you wanted to become a Catholic priest? Okay, move on. Story for another day.
For another day. So then, at some point I discovered, maybe go this direction. So I was in one relationship, and it was 2 years long. And it wasn't the way that I was supposed to go. Okay. And when I left that relationship, I gave myself an ultimatum or a vow, an I vow.
Okay.
That if I am not getting married, but if I ever do, my job is to identify to authenticate that this is a person, and after that, what's there to wait for?
Hakuna haja waste time.
Yeah. So that's so now when we met, she checked every box without me thinking she was without. First of all,
give me 3 boxes that she checked.
Extremely intelligent.
Okay.
Very intellectually engaging. Goofy.
Nyinyi wale watu wa kuchunana chini ya meza hivi.
Niko na evidence.
Okay.
And then just an all-round very generous person.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
So intelligent, goofy, generosity as well. Okay. So she ticked, of course, those boxes and much more, and you were like, wait, what am I waiting for?
And those are the words that I used. I asked her,
what am I waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
Brother, uko distracted na tu yanks wengine tunakanga huko kando kando.
Uto si bado ukwa.
Brother, ni venye uko blind ama. As in, kuna tu mtu huko kando tu sumbuana.
Inaitwa checkboxes. Kama ukiangalia checkboxes, hey, hakuna ma distraction.
That's okay. Gladys, for you, what made you accept his proposal?
It's a funny story. In, I think, our second week, I asked him to define the relationship because I was from that place you don't just keep going for coffees with a guy until they tell you what's going on. Yeah. I was like, we've been doing my coffees. Tunafanya nini? So he's like, see, you're my chick. I'm like, I didn't hear you asking me out. So he assumed that we were dating. And then we're like, okay.
He assumed. Brother, na story. Ona vijana kuangalia like, oh.
And I was like, so then are we going to get married or what are we going to do? Nini?
Right.
And then he was like, me, I'm in it for marriage. Me, I don't know what you're here. He knew, you know, this is where we are going and stuff like that. So I was a bit nervous because I was a firstborn. I'm a firstborn.
Okay.
And expectations for when you get a boyfriend, you wait for 6 months, then you talk about Russia, then you wait for another 6 months, then you talk about, you know, like that.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, we seem to be ready, we are old enough, we can do this. So when he said like,
hashtag if you know, you know.
yeah, you know, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, so
Okay.
we just get married then, you know.
All right.
I mean, there was really nothing we were waiting for. The getting to know each other part, we used to talk like for hours on end.
Just hold on, because I want to pick a caller called Kagwema. Kagwema, good morning.
Bubi, how are you?
How are you doing, sir?
I'm very fine. You are very lovely with that wonderful panelist there. Eh?
Thank you very much, Kagwema. What is your question or comment?
I wanted to comment about whether it is good or bad to introduce your partner to your people.
Okay.
And I say this will depend on what kind of family do you have, because there are families you can introduce your partner, and then you realize that the whole thing is actually wrong. This is messed up. There are people who are malicious. So if you have a family which is very supportive,
yes,
it's okay to introduce your partner. And again, it will depend on what kind of relationship are you in.
Yes.
Like for my case, if you do Saramdu and then you want to start another relationship, you see dynamics are very different as to that person who has never married.
True.
It's a very different ball game altogether.
Okay.
So it will depend on what kind of relationship are you having. And are you married from outside your tribe, because you can have some opposition? Like the man in Narok, you have just featured a man in Narok whose fiancé was taken by the father. You can see the dynamics there. So
Very
it will
true.
depend on the family, the support, and what you have. So there are so many do's and don'ts. But depending on the support of the family, is well and good. But me, when I was introduced, I never introduced mine. I quoted for a very short time,
Yes.
and I stayed with that lady for 28 years.
Wow.
So you don't have to take a very long time to quote somebody.
Okay, thank you very much, Kagwema. All right. He has mentioned dynamics there, Nini.
Yeah.
And let's now get to the meat of the matter here. Probably I'll even ask you, Pastor Emmanuel, when we get into certain situations such as theirs, a lot is considered, and a lot of people don't necessarily think about it until they get to a point, like I said, oh my God, she's pregnant, or, you know, oh my God, we have now been together for, I don't know, a year. He can't just leave me, so I need him to see my folks, and that kind of situation. Are there some things that we need to consider before we actually introduce our babes?
I think so. I think there's very many things that we need to consider. The most important is, for you as somebody who's courting, it's also important to, if you get to a certain stage, or if you get past a certain stage where you've defined the relationship and you're not in a situationship, when you've defined the relationship, it's important for you now to begin learning about your bae. It's important to know, especially their backgrounds, you know, where are they from?
Yes.
What's their family setting like? You know, their family will tell you a lot about who this person is. If they come from a home with drunkards, if they come from a home with abusive parents, if they come from a loving home where everybody is close, it will tell you that why he responds the way he responds, or why she responds the way she responds. So I think it's important as early as possible, once the relationship is defined, for you to, you know, at least make them known in public, or make them known even to your family.
All right.
And even your family, you know, there's things that your family will see.
Yeah.
Now, granted, some families, you know, you need to also know your family.
For sure.
Because some families, you know, like for example, if it's my family, even before I meet a chick, I'll tell them, wow, you guys, I saw, I have to.
Yes.
And they will say, support, you know, they'll support and give me a...
Like we're with you.
We are with you. But there are some families, if you say that, you see, you know, they say, kwanza maliza education, you know, kwanza maliza shule. You know, there's different, you need to know where your people are when you think through, you know, this whole introduction thing.
Okay. Jean, let me ask you, did you introduce her to your friends first? Because, you know, as boys, pia lazima maboys wa approve, wakwambia manzejo ude, manzejo ni msupuni kitu, ama wakwambia, buda hapa, tavidu merithink, you know. Did you did you introduce her to your friends first, or you went straight to the folks?
Actually, for my friends, mambo it was lightning speed. They discovered, hiya, unaoa. Yeah.
But did they know her before?
Some of them knew her, but it didn't really matter what the opinion was. For me, I knew what I wanted. I'd found what I wanted here. So the only hurdle that was going to be was my folks.
I want your kind of friends. Me, I have judgmental friends, yani. They'll be like, hey, Buddha, achano, ay, apana, achano, the mood atakusumbua, you know. But anyway, continue.
So, I think for me, the only thing I wanted was for my folks to be good with it.
Okay.
Once they were good with it, it didn't matter what anyone said or thought. Because at the end of the day, my buddies are just, everyone has an interest.
True.
Maybe it's because you guys usually hang out, watch those days 24. Okay, 24. 24, the series was on. People maybe because they usually
Jack
come
Bauer.
Jack Bauer.
Yes.
So because maybe they usually come and watch that with you and stuff like that. So they have personal interest that when you hook up with somebody,
You disappear for a while.
yeah, so not even for a while, your life changes completely.
Yeah.
So with so many interests at stake, I don't even want to know what those interests are. I want to know who are the people who matter.
Okay.
And once they approve,
That's it.
you know, that was it.
We have James from Kitale as well. James, good morning. Hello, James. James, hello. James, are you still there?
Yeah,
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
What is your question or comment?
Hello.
Yes, hello, James. I can hear you. Sema. All right, we've lost James. Please, James, call us back. Now, ukitupigia simu tafadhali, reduce the volume on your TV, so that we don't have that feedback to elewane. Gladys, I'll ask you the same question. Yes. Did you introduce him to your girls? You don't have these people?
I didn't really have a clique of girls, but I talked to some of my girlfriends about him and told him, yeah, I found a guy, nini. And I introduced him to my, now they're our common friends,
yes.
but we used to hang out and play games on Thursdays, mixed girls, boys together. So I introduced him to those guys, and they welcomed him with open arms.
Okay.
Yeah.
no one told you, Manze Glado, hey, boys, izo dread Joe, Manze Joe, are you sure? You didn't have dread then?
He didn't have.
Is this your Rurasho by the way? This is just a random one.
That's a random one.
But they didn't ask ati Manze Joe, uko sure Manze Joe, wasa dread wanakanga wasa bangi, anakaa tu pombe. They didn't.
No, he didn't have locks before.
Okay.
Actually, this was courtesy her. She forced me to have this on my head.
Because she also has locks.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're twinning. They're twinning.
All right, we have a call on the line. Good morning, hello.
Hello, Mbuvi.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm very fine, brother. How are you?
I'm quite fine, sir. What is your question or comment?
So, niko na maswali mawili.
Tafadhali uliza.
At this stage and time, tuseme una date msichana.
Okay.
And, you know, there's no, hujafika ile mahali ya kuformalize marriage, you know?
Kweli?
Ni ile tu mnadatiana hapa na pale. Then unampatia instructions.
Yes.
Instruction 1 ni kwamba, for us, you know, psychologists will tell you you have to keep 3 things in secret.
Okay.
Your marriage life, wealth, and your personal goals.
Okay.
So those 3 things, until they materialize, you have to keep them secret because they are evil people who will jeopardize.
Very true.
So huyu demu kumwambia usiniweke status ya WhatsApp.
Yes.
You know, wanafanya ile photo grid. Alafu anakuambia my hubby, I love.
Yeah.
And hata pengine wewe ni first year university. Na yeye pengine ni form 4. Ni ile tu mna planti relationship lakini hakuna mahali hajakoma. So ukisema usiweke na unampenda huyo msichana akiweka. So lazima utamwacha. But now the question is how are you going to manage the subsequent psychological effect in her and na pia wewe, because siku hizi wasichana wanakunywa sumu wanajiua. So how are you going to release her, maintaining that you have to, you know, to release her while she is satisfied?
Ahmed, kwani unataka kubreak up na msichana?
Sasa inanisikia wewe hiyo tu tujibu hiyo mswali because
sawa.
Mimi nasulia tu swali.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmed.
So what was the question again?
He's asking, because, you know, you've dated this person, of course, you guys have grown in love together, but now you want to leave because clearly this is not working. How do you live without affecting both your psychologies? Because nowadays people hurt themselves, because at the end of the day, someone might end up killing themselves because they feel they have been hurt. Yeah. So probably, Percy, before we move on, could you answer that one?
First of all, I think in life, we need to know there'll be the days you have it, but the days that things don't work out.
Very true.
It's a natural process of life. And sometimes the things that don't work out might be way more than the things that work out.
True.
And you need to learn how to deal with them. You need to learn what coping mechanisms. You need to learn that this is a way of life that I'm on, and then I just pick myself off from the ground, dust myself off, and try again and keep trying. That's how the most successful people in this world have done it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Ahmed, if you want to leave, just look for a very nice way to usionge mbaya kama utamumiza sana. All right. We have Gideon.
I'm a student of psychology also. I have not yet heard about, you know, keeping the marriage secret, keeping, you know, the wealth and whatever. I mean, it's a common thing that we talk about.
All right.
But there are some things we should, you know, when you're in a relationship, it's important, first of all, to be open and do things on the open.
Okay.
It will save you from a lot of things.
Wacha tuongea na Gideon kutoka Narok. Gideon, good morning.
How are you?
I'm quite fine, sir. Nice to hear your voice today.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. What is your question or comment?
Sisikiaje mzuri kama tunaongea na k24 in the morning.
Hiyo ni poa sana.
Now, say hi to the bench.
Wamesalimika?
One thing that I wanted to, maybe two things that I wanted to speak about this morning about relationships.
Yes.
One, you know, in the man courtship ilikuwa na a lot of issues. But it started in a way that a young man and a young woman starts very well when on their tender age. Wacha hii yetu ya siku hizi tunapatana tu kwa supermarket, nasema I met my girl in the supermarket, I met my girl in the hotel and all that. So courtship zamani inaanza, mama anaenda kwa hii boma anasema hii mtoto yangu, hii kijana yangu atakuja kuoa ile msichana. And it started that way, and the two bomas and the two villages and actually the two families start that relationship from the beginning.
Right.
And that's why you see our parents mpaka sai bado wako together. Wacha hii hata nikikunyima tu lunch over lunch tunaanza kupigana, these days you don't love me. Second thing that I have to tell you this.
Yes.
Even in our relationship these days, it does not work because there is not that cementation very well. Our parents, from the beginning, mtoto tu akiona nini msichana akiona kijana ama msichana wakienda moralism, especially in our culture of the Maasai.
Yes.
Akienda moralism na ameona msichana kwa boma ya fulani, anaenda kumwambia baba yake tunapeleka ng'ombe and we do 1, 2, 3 things to cement that relationship.
Yes.
These of ours, these days, we have what we call come we stay. We find ourselves, we have come we stay for 3 years without the cementation.
Okay.
So, my friend Buzi, I think for these days, we just have to cement our relationship so that at least to sequence us 1, 2, 3 issues. Thank you very much, sir.
Sawa, thank you very much, Gideon from Narok. We actually did read a story in Narok this morning. There's a gentleman, a father, who actually took the bride from the son. Walikuja Rorashio, jamaa akaona hii kitu ni mzuri, akaenda nayo. Anyway, we'll get to that. Let us see what you have to say on WhatsApp as well. Morning at K24, let me thank the couple. They are smart and showing love on their faces. To my side, I just did with my love for 1 year. After introducing to my family, we only visited her family and he introduced me to the parents that the guy is my friend. We just get on like that. 7 years married now with a loving boy. I am Owen Kapkoros from Bomet. Good stuff. So they did it for a year, and you know, 7 years later, here they are. You've been congratulated, so clearly someone feels that you guys have inspired, and I'm sure you're inspiring more who have not yet texted, of which tunangoja mtu SMS haraka. All right, we have Gideon from Narok who has said that foundation is quite important, and I'll throw that to you guys for about 2 minutes before we go to the break. Do you feel like you had cemented this enough as you walked into marriage?
the bigger question is, what cementing is there? How do you cement something you don't know? I'm sure when we will be married 50 years and old and stuff, we will still be learning each other. So at what point do you say, I have learned this person enough to marry them? I think for me, I would say it has a lot to do with faith, because it is something you can't see. You don't know what your tomorrow is like. Any human being doesn't exactly know what their tomorrow is like. So on such a pertinent matter, you have to rely on something that is not what you see, because I can pretend. I can pretend for 4 years, 5 years. Kumbe in Shag, somewhere at the lakeside.
Kuna ka yengs fulani.
Kuna yengs fulani. And then she only discovers later, like, hey. So at what point then do you say, this is the boundary? Beyond this boundary, now I think I know them enough.
Okay.
I don't even know myself enough. I'm learning me. So how is she going to know me enough to say, time to marry them?
Gladys, did you feel like you guys had cemented this enough before you got into it?
Yeah, like as you said, getting into marriage is a lot about faith. So I had, personally, I had prepared myself by reading a lot of books and researching a lot about marriage, what to expect and all that stuff. I would point out something that we did that is very key for us is to find our temperament.
Okay.
Things that don't change about a person. And saying that these things about this person that will not change, I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
So if you know a person's character, a person's temperament or personality, and you know that this is the kind of person they are, those are things for me that were the foundation, and that's what we knew about each other that said, I'm comfortable with this person as they are this way, and if they don't change, I'll be fine.
Okay.
So that's what we did together to build a foundation. But every day we keep learning new things about each other, new things about myself. Because you know, marriage, how it's a reflection on you, and you keep rubbing each other and saying, oh, kumbe I'm like that, and you keep learning new things.
All right. What if you introduce your partner to your friends? They say, sana huyo manzejo. How about if you introduce them to your parents and your mother is like, that woman, mimi hata kwa ushago sikuji. Do stand by, because that conversation is definitely happening after the break.
Gentlemen, this is Up Close to the Weekend with Betty 2020. Man, I'm telling you, we promised you this year is going to be hot, it's going to be massive, and as you can